I know that it can be scary and a lot can come up with the idea of this, but if you want to live your most soul-aligned life, then you have to trust yourself to do that. You have to trust that your joy and your curiosity is enough. And we have Arlo here in his cone. He is almost healed. I gave him a summer cut today. I'll show you. Arlo, you show him your nice haircut? Yeah. It is so much work to do that. I have Zima over here patrolling with us, keeping us safe. And it's really a beautiful timeline to be in right now, to be here in Italy on this horse farm, making these videos, working with you guys one-on-one, working with you guys in these programs that I love. And a year ago, I was dreaming of this. A year ago, I was like, I want to go to Europe. I want to be in Italy. I want to be on YouTube. I want to be coaching people. But I was in a completely different timeline. I was working with people who were not only not appreciating me, but were like verbally abusive. But I was accepting it because that was what was familiar. And that was, leaving what was familiar seemed unsafe within my subconscious. Seemed like, how am I going to pay the bills? How could I ever make this possible for myself? But the most important thing, too, that you can do for yourself, one of the most important things, is giving your mind evidence. Giving your mind evidence that it's possible for you. So if you've ever seen anyone that's living the life that you want to be living the life in similar ways that you want to be living your life, that you're feeling called to be living your life, allow that to be the evidence that it's possible for you. And then, maybe if you ever feel a little sense of jealousy, don't get too down on yourself about it, about feeling jealousy, because it can be your guiding light. My friend and I used to talk about this in California when we were living together, and we would say, okay, if jealousy ever sparks, it's really just because they're an expander, because that person is showing you what's possible, and it's also showing you what you want. And unless it's like unreasonable jealousy, like within a partnership dynamic. But if you're looking online and you're seeing someone, living in Bali, hosting retreats or surfing all day, like whatever it is, or just having like a successful online business, or painting and making a living doing that, or whatever it is for you, if you see that happening, it's possible. And the way that you can make it happen for yourself is by trusting yourself and trusting this process and knowing that it's going to happen if you start surrendering to the process of following your joy and following your curiosity and no longer doing the things that you don't want to do. It can be terrifying. It was terrifying for me to quit that job because I didn't have anything lined up. And I kept asking the universe and my angels and guides, like, why has nothing else lined up? Like, no other job opportunities. Like, what is this about? And what I kept being downloaded with was that I'm not meant to have another bridge. I'm meant to trust fall into the universe and know that everything's going to be okay. And when we think about energy and we think about, the behind the scenes of our human experience, it really is all energy. And so when I closed that door, another door opened immediately, an opportunity for abundance. It's not like you're going to close the door to abundance and nothing will show up. And I'm not saying quit your job with nothing else to move to. I'm not even saying quitting your job. I'm saying to follow your joy and curiosity and to invest as much time as possible into embodying what it feels like to be in your creativity and to experience true joy and to experience true anticipation for good things coming for you, and to experience what it feels like to know for certain that it's possible for you to have what you want, and allowing others to be expanders for you. And so we just have to bring that awareness around, what are we inspired by? What are we expanded by? What are we being called to? And ask yourself, what is it that is what has been told to you, or what do you believe about the thing that you want, and what is telling you or making you feel that it's not possible for you. What I know to be true is that we have a lot of conditioning. There's so much conditioning, and it could be, from just one person, from your parents, from media, but also it's just like such societal norms to be so conditioned. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard in order to have to get what you want. But what if you don't? What if it's really easy? What if you get to just like work when you want and things can be passive and you can set up things to be in the way that you want? Maybe you don't. I have a friend here who loves like being really productive and is really, really good at that and needs to be stimulated within her, uh, career path. And so we have to do the things that fulfill us. Personally, I like to not have too many commitments. I like to take a few clients at a time. I love to have group programs. I love to just kind of go through my day and say, like, when do I feel like making my video today? And I like to not really plan it out. I like to walk out into the field, say hi to the horses. Let's go say hi to Ladybug, uh, and see what comes to mind and allow myself to get inspired and downloaded. And that's going to look so different for everybody. But that's where my joy, where my curiosity is. Oh, and Rose is here. And who else do we have? So we have two of the ones that we rescued. This is Rosa. She is such a queen. Watch out, Arlo. She's the one that's always breaking the fences and doing whatever she wants with Ladybug. Hi. I know you're busy and you have plans, but can we say hello? She's like, nope. Rose and I are about to go break some things. So if you guys don't know, we were raising money for those two horses. The one in the middle is Peppy. He is what are they called? Client horse, pretty much. And so we are still waiting to finalize that, but we're pretty much almost there. And we have the deposit put down and we're just waiting to sign some contracts. But because of you guys and the very generous donations, we were able to raise the money to save these horses. And so that was also something that I actually shared today on Instagram about was how much chaos can really be a beautiful thing. And maybe that needs to be its own video. But Ladybug has a baby in her belly, and its name is going to be Chaos, because so much beauty is born from chaos. And when I left the farm here and I went to go travel and thinking that I was going to go travel around Europe and come back later to the farm for a little bit here and there, I was ricocheted back into the farm. And I was like, okay, well, there's a divine purpose for this. And so while I was here, I was like, what is my joy? What is my curiosity? I was listening to the discussion about Ladybug and how she was going to get sent to the slaughterhouse. The next day I woke up and hi, Vector. Vector has a little history of kicking, so we'll just give space, but he's very sweet. And I was like, okay, my curiosity right now is to start a GoFundMe. And I didn't really tell anybody that I was doing it. I just made it, wrote it, shared it. And then within minutes, I want to say seconds, because it was very, very quick, there were donations pouring through. You guys resonated with the message that I was sharing because it was soul aligned. And within like 2 days or 3 days, we met more than we needed, not needed, that I was raising. I think I don't know what it's at now, maybe around 5,000, I don't know. But the 3,000 that I was raising for her was met so quickly because it was such a soul aligned thing, because I was following the joy and curiosity and knowing that it was possible, that other people could do it. But me a year ago would have thought about raising money to save horses and would have been like, no one would donate, like blah, blah, blah. How would that be possible? But I chose to no longer believe in those stories that are not of the truth. I chose to remember the truth of who I am. And the truth of who I am, what I know to be true, is this infinite being having a human experience, and we can have whatever we want, be whatever we want. When I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to work with animals, help animals, save animals. I used to tell myself when I'm going to be successful one day doing the things that I want that create abundance, I want to help animals and animal welfare. And by surrendering and getting rid of everything and trust falling and just following the joy and curiosity for the past 9 months of traveling Europe, I've landed in this place where I get to be with community, I get to be with other van lifers, I get to be with animal lovers, and I get to help in animal welfare and work when I want and be in nature. And it's beautiful. And I only say this because I want to tell you and also hopefully expand you to know that whatever you want is completely available to you, and it might be better than you ever imagined. So always allow yourself to say, I choose what my soul wants, I surrender everything else, and move towards it. And all you have to do is follow the breadcrumbs. And we've been so conditioned, so programmed to think that this isn't available to us, to think that this is woo-woo. Like, a lot of people will hear this kind of information and they'll just shut it down because they'll be like, nah, that's BS. But that's their own loss, because that means that they have to stay in these timelines and work their asses off and maybe be unhappy and not really realize what's available to them. And what's available to you is that it can be exactly how you want it. It can be perfect. There will be chaos so that even more perfect things can be born. Like I the name of this horse just becomes more and more spiritual every single day. But in the chaos is where these beautiful things are born. So trust the process. Allow yourself to find your center and just follow the breadcrumbs, even if it's a shit show right now. If it's a shit show, get excited because really good things are coming. And on that note, I'm going to sign off now. Watch this beautiful sunset with my Arlo Bobarlo. Hey Arlo, go ahead. You want to say hi? You say hi to your friends? I had to change his cone today because he had a ouchie on his butt, and so this one is bigger, but he has a really cool camo cone that he's been wearing. And so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. If you want to leave a comment, please say whatever you feel. If you don't know what to say, you can say hello to Arlo, to our cone head. You can say long live Ladybug. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. If you want to sign up for a program, I have 21 days to rewire your mind and 21 days to know your divine guidance. And you can work one-on-one with me. And so those are my offers. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.